Hi guys, welcome to my London apartment. Come on in, let me show you around. My roommate Aaron and I moved into this apartment just over a month ago. It's a 2-bed apartment and we absolutely love it. We had a long look around. We looked at lots of places online, but this was actually only the second place that we saw in person because we just loved it so much that we took it straight away. In London, you do kind of need to move really fast when you like something because properties can go while you're still calling up about them. So that's why we nabbed this one. Without going into too much of the details, this place is kind of typical price-wise for the south of London, but at the same time, it's much better quality than we've seen in most of the little places that we were looking at online because the previous owners used to live here, so they really took care of it. So I think we got a really good deal. So straight in the front door, you come into Aaron's room, and it is the bigger room of the two. We decided to split it up this way because he has the longer commute, so it makes it a little bit fair. But what's really great about both bedrooms are that they've got really tall ceilings, so it just makes both of them feel quite big anyway. All the furniture was already here. That's the great thing about London places. A lot of them already come furnished, and that is particularly good if you don't own furnishings or you don't want to spend that much money on it. It's nice and bright and airy. It's got a really massive bay window. The only sad thing, I guess, is that it does look over at the back of a shop. So although you can get a lot of light in, the view isn't so great. Aaron was particularly psyched about this room because it comes with a king-size bed, at least like a UK king size. I swear the American king sizes are much bigger than this. But anyway, it is big enough that he can also fit his keyboard in, and it's got this massive wardrobe as well, and a huge mirror, which I'm actually really jealous of. I've got a slightly smaller version. Now come into the main hallway, and then we're gonna check out the bathroom just over here. So this is our bathroom, and it's why my voice is very echoey. There's only one bathroom in this property, but that's plenty enough for us. It's really, really cool and modern, which is why it's one of my favourite bathrooms that I've ever had in apartments that I've rented. It's got an absolutely massive mirror, which is great in some instances, but it's a bit weird when you're showering. It's got a really modern sink, which I absolutely love. It's got a massive bathtub and a rain shower head. Honestly, this is such a cool styled apartment. I love what the owners have done with it. The storage has been a little bit of an issue because we've only had the cupboard drawer thing that's underneath the sink, but we've managed to sort that out by putting shampoo and conditioner boxes on the windowsill, and I also have this little doodad over here, which is where I can put face things to take off my makeup in the evenings. Okay, so let's go and see my bedroom, which is just off the bathroom, and it's here. So this is my room, and it is the smaller of the 2 bedrooms, but it's still a really good size, and it feels that way especially because of the high ceilings. Similarly to Aaron, I have the green feature wall, and on it I actually have a painting by my sister. She's an artist, and she's named this particular one after me. So this is the Elena, which I thought was kind of cool. If you're at all interested in art and design and that kind of thing, I will put a link to her Instagram in my description. There is a lot of white in here. Most of the furniture was actually already here. Just the bedside table was mine, and it happened to match everything else, which is good. I have a regular sized double bed, which is perfectly sized for me. Oh, and also the carpets are really like amazing and fluffy and soft. Like, they're actually amazing. I've never considered myself particularly a carpet connoisseur, and now I know what a good carpet feels like. And this is our kitchen. It is a combined kitchen and living room space, but because of the massive column in between, there does feel like there's a bit of a separation between the two. This is again one of the nicest kitchens that I've had as well. I love the fact that I've got so much counter space because in London, typically you don't get much counter space to work on, so it's a little bit of a luxury. It's also a bit of a luxury because not only do we have our fridge, our freezer, and our washing machine, we also have a dishwasher. In London, it's very hard to find places with a dishwasher in it, and okay, it's just a little small one here, but it's plenty big enough for the 2 of us. Again, we have our feature wall. We don't have a big dining room table. We've only got this little one, but to be honest, we mostly eat on our laps watching TV anyway, so we haven't really noticed it being a problem. We have the ceiling spotlights, and we also, just like the bathroom, have the running LED lights. underneath the appliances and cabinets. And it just, I don't know, it gives it a little extra something. It feels super modern in here and really well thought out. The one thing that is a bit of a drawback about this particular kitchen is that you walk in and think that there's loads of storage space when there isn't. Pretty much all of the cupboards underneath the countertop are for appliances, and then there's the one under the sink where you don't want to really put food. Really the only storage space that we had were the two cupboards either side of the extractor fan, and they also go up a long way to the ceiling, so I can't even reach most of the shelves. I can only really reach two. I eat out a lot and I do quite a lot in London after hours, so I don't usually need an awful lot of food here anyway, so I'm making do. What we've tried to do is utilize the space that we've got as much as we possibly can. So we've got a spice rack for our spices, the shelving unit that was here that had just some boxes and stuff on it, we now use for all our glasses. And I've brought this grey IKEA shelving unit from my previous place, and it's definitely been really helpful. So we've put all of our crockery on it, and then just some bits and pieces that we couldn't fit anywhere else. And now we've come through into the living room, and again, this is another of my favourite spaces. This entire apartment is basically my favourite space. The TV came with the apartment. It's absolutely huge and it's high definition, and we binge watch Netflix like you wouldn't believe on it. I was never a Netflix person, but now I definitely am. Like I said, this apartment came furnished, and I think these are still IKEA furnishings, but the previous owners didn't go for like the basic cheap stuff. They went for stuff that they actually liked, which is fantastic, and it makes me feel like I'm not in a student house, I'm in like a proper apartment. There are just little things that I like, so the fact that there's this little armchair that we have, the fact that we've got some portraits and pictures on the wall, they actually came with the apartment. Some of them we like more than we like others. We've also got these like drapey, foliagey things. They are fake though, because despite the fact that we do have some real plants, because we're grown-ups, we're adulting, I'm not 100% convinced I'll remember to water those ones as well. So just trying to keep these alive. And then there's the window. Honestly, how cool is this? So this is a ground floor apartment, and so we actually get our own little space at the back here, which is kind of hard to get when you're in London, so you have to come a little bit to the outskirts. We're zone 3, but it's still a bit of a premium, so to get any is amazing, and then to get these windows that open up onto it, oh my god. Our garden is gravelled, which is great because I'm so not about mowing the lawn, but we do have a raised flower bed, which I've attempted to plant some meadow flowers. Don't know if that's gonna work. And then we've got 2 seats, a little table, and a barbecue. We have not tried the barbecue yet. It's getting onto summer temperatures, so hopefully we can, but I don't know if that works yet, so fingers crossed. So that was my apartment tour. I hope that you enjoyed having a look around and seeing what a London home looks like. Obviously you don't really get to see me in my home because my walking tours tend to be in more popular areas of London, but I do actually have a channel that I started with my roommate called The Weekly Try, and some of it is based here. We actually try something that we've never done before, or something that we should probably be doing, like a good habit, and we do it every day for a week and then see how we feel by the end of the week. So if that would interest you, it's called The Weekly Try. I've got a link to it up here and also in the description. So come over, have a look, and I guess I will see you in a new video very soon. Bye bye!